Welcome back to the Squishy and Punkie channel. Punkie here. Today I am taking you to through the Mike Ross Goldhead State Park. Locals just call it Goldhead. And today I would like to show you some stuff and also one of the hiking areas. So let's get going. This is what we call the moss monster. It's been around since I was little. They do move around occasionally, but it's been a fixture here near the park area. You turn around. They do have an area for restrooms, and you can rent it out for different events. And then the beauty of it over here, you can actually come down here to the gazebo that overlooks one of the lakes and have picnics or whatnot here. It even has a water fountain. Sorry, I'm not sure. I'm going downhill. I like this area because this is usually where I can find the wild turkeys. They actually have a tree down over there. I'll show you the view from the gazebo first. Now we'll go down the steps because they actually have a spot where there's restrooms underneath this, and you can get a closer view of the lake. Go down here where the steps are. Might be a little bumpy. And a lot of restrooms down here. This is like one of my favorite trees to come visit because I think it's beautiful. But originally, Goldhead was made when they started making state parks around the country. And what they have as cabins now used to be where the men lived out of while doing the restoration here. So you can rent them out. And when I checked last night, it's a minimum of 2 nights you have to pay, and the cheapest one is $65. But the bigger the cabin, the more money you have to spend. But of course, when you come close to this area, you do have to be careful of. It was more fuller, but they do caution, be careful of alligators. And this lake you cannot swim or fish at. The lake I'm going to take you to next, you can. But I believe the cabins are that direction. Up over the hill. When you're back to the Moss Monster, you can see there's plenty of picnic tables, places to cook, even a volleyball court in the way, and a playground. And a couple places over there you can cook out. It's a beautiful place to come out and relax. Now on the way to Butler Lake. That is where we just were, at that lake. And you can tell if you come over here, there is the other lake. It's always nice to listen. Out here is very peaceful. I say this park is like a hidden gem. And it's definitely one of those ones where if you're hoping for Wi-Fi and whatnot, you're lucky to get 1 to 2 bars. Because here, you can actually, there's 3 ways of camping here. The cabins, as I mentioned, they do have a campground where you can have a tent. And there's also, I believe that direction has a primitive camping. Pretty much what, and it's a distance, so pretty much what you carry is what you're gonna bring. It's very beautiful out there on the walks to the primitive camping, but it's pretty much what you bring is all you're gonna have. So, unless you can handle the walk, I would probably keep away. And here on this building we're coming up to is more restrooms. And out in the distance is another lake. I think that's the bigger of the 3. But this is the area you can go swimming, kayaking, and canoeing. Oh, my corrections. That's where the cabins are. And there is a walkway right there to get to the cabins. They're quite, I love the cabins here because they're simple, rustic, and they have everything you need. But it's just beautiful. Come out and watch. I do have this set aside to show you what kind of works they did. It's apparently a back face in the different trees they had. This is today many pine trees in the south bear the scars of the turpentine industry. This scar is called a cat face, hence what cat face looks like. The cat face in this exhibit demonstrates the cup and gutter method of collecting turpentine. The cup, called a Purdy cup was patented in 1903 after being brought here from France by Charles Hardy. This system damaged the tree much less than the older system of cutting a box in the tree. By 1930, there were some 50 uses of turpentine, including the production of paint products as well as medicine. This is some of the equipment they use. This is some of the forestry in this area. As you can see, the difference from previous videos in the forest. And right over here, they have what they're calling the Native Grass Restoration Project. This is the ravine staircase that leads to some of the hiking, or the ravines trail. One of many here. It's in memory of Martin J. Ross, a lover of nature who contributed words are hard. This trail is good, especially if you have people that need it. They do have benches throughout, which reminds me I should have brought my walking stick. That's it. Just a reminder, always come prepared with water, whatever you need while you're hiking. This is a map. But down this way, there's two ways you can go about it. Or trails you can take. It has natural erosion sign. You can pause and read that if you want. And it tells you how why you should stay on the trail. Because out here there are trees that are dying or dead, which some call widowmakers. You used to be able to go over here and take better views, but over years it's not as sturdy. And there is one spot, can't remember if it's on this trail or not, where it used to be a mill. That they used to use way back when. And while I'm on this hike, because you never know out here, a lot of people come out here to use the trails for hiking. Especially older people during the week. So I always bring a mask, because there are some that appreciate you wearing mask or having mask with you when you pass by them. Squishy used to always hate going down and up these steps. Always clean up after yourself, people. If you want to keep areas like this pretty and be able to explore it, not close down, don't leave a mess. So you can There is. Going left, you can go to the shorter loop, which is 0.2 miles. Or right, which is a 2-mile round trip. Just over a mile to the mill site. And I'll go to the right. And just a reminder, they remind people that this is a mile trail, is not a loop trail. To return to this point, you must come back along the same trail for the total distance of 2 miles. You can actually go further. There's a off the beaten path trail, but I save that for another day when I have my friend that's obsessed with going far with me. I don't want to go off the trail by myself. And all this wood railing is newer. I'm guessing they did it while the pandemic was going on and everything was pretty much shut down. It's always beautiful just coming out here, listening to nature. It used to be a lot more nature driven throughout the thing, but they built this mainly to help people get over the creek. And just a friendly reminder, when you're hiking, always watch your step, because it will hurt if you face plant. And this is a good little walkway. Been down there, you can't really get that far, if I remember correctly. And once again, gotta be careful where you step. Because there's a creek. I usually go down all the way to the creek, but only when I have a friend to make sure that everything's safe. And the first bench, someone used it. Another walkway to the creek right here. After passing what looks like a tree graveyard. Some more beauty. If you want to stop and read that, you can, or pause. Always watch your step out here. especially in areas that looks like there's erosion going on. This place usually is hopping during the weekend. That's why I like coming during the week. It's nice to think they think that will stop people from taking that small trail. Here's another sign if you guys would like to read it. Right. I was expecting a couple people would be out here, judging by the cars out there, but there's no one yet. Not too long after the first bench, you find another one. This looks more like the original than the other one does. Looks like there's another path this way. Usually those knots on trees apparently are fashionable for furniture to some, but I think they are more like a disease of a tree. Oh, I actually got signal right here. That's my hubby checking up on me. And that's downhill. Depending on what trail you're on, there are some nice spots for picnicking. And if you like to read that. But there are some nice picnicking areas. Pretty sure people wander down that trail. But this is the way the sign says go. Usually don't like going off the beaten trail without someone with me. Probably like one or two stories about skunk ape being out here. I've never even seen a monkey out here, so I can't tell you. And if you're tall, make sure you watch for branches above you. And if you have that one goofy friend, make sure they don't hang on it. Just one of those little reminders that you're on the right trail. So far, the only thing I've seen out here is squirrels and bugs. This is one of those times where it looks like a side trail that probably shouldn't be gone down to because of the big dip toward the end. Next to a really nice old tree. Now, that's a big one. I do have another one. If you'd like to try and read that one. Mile, or not mile, the marker 6 next to this lovely thing. Time to go around it. And once again, no matter where you're hiking, try to be aware of your surroundings. Sorry about that jerk. Just amazed how much moss some of these trees can hold. And I know in this field, some people do walk around it. The leaf just fell on my head. But I've seen deer over here, a family of deer. I'm not going to go too far in, just because I don't have a walking buddy with me today. But I say, you never know what you're going to find. Because one day it may be family deer, next day nothing. Right here shows you a sign, the orange trail to your left, and going straight for the trail we've been on. Maybe a later date I'll take you on the Florida trail. And this way actually takes you to a Butler Lake that they were reconstructing, man-made. And this, where we started isn't the only trail here. There's a few others have beginning ways. And here's another little thing if you want to pause and read. Right next to another bench. Let's see what's over here. But at this point, I'm going to turn around for this adventure because there are things I need to do. I'm hoping this summer I can take several days and just explore most of the trails here. You can probably hear them in the background. But I finally saw my first group of people here. There's like, in this area, there is a group that hikes out in Jennings State Forest here. They even have 5K, 10K, and can't remember the other K. They have here. It's great people that'll hike. In all the areas you can. If I had someone to do it with me, I would. And if you see me, the camera shake a little bit, it's because I wasn't following my own instruction of watch where you step. Walking back, you notice the trunk of this tree is hollowed out. Surprised it's still standing, but it is tilting. It is on the warmer side, but it is beautiful. As long as you stay hydrated, you'll be good. I was hoping to catch a noise of an animal I haven't heard this whole hike. Of course, when I start recording, is when it stops. Back to one of the benches. And this is the area that supposedly has bears in it, which wouldn't be surprising because the animals I've seen are squirrels, deer, those squirrels and deer mainly. Hear more people in the distance. Back to cut off. And I'm gonna cut it short because I really need to pay attention to where I walk. One thing I saw when I came to my car is a Cardinal. Just checking out the car. And I was talking about other Walkway hikes. We have this one right here. And then there is a lake, so no swimming and no fishing at this one. It's a restoration of Butler Lake. You can stop and read it if you want. But it's beautiful. And one thing I just overheard some of the workers here. There is a water tower somewhere here, which I've never seen. Thank you for coming along with me to visit Goldhead. We're back near where we started. If you'd like to, you can see stuff I've taken pictures of on Instagram. Find us at Squishyandpunkie. And if you also want to, you can join us on Twitch to see when we can actually stream video games. If you enjoy that, at Squishyandpunkie. Or you can come see me on TikTok at Punkie. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for coming. Peace out.